Hello and welcome back. We have 36 weeks to go. I'm out today, hopefully doing a longer walk, aiming for 18 kilometers to get done today. So I've got my drinks bottles, I've got my vest on, so it's an 8-litre vest. See how it goes. I've got a bit of food with me, and I was surprised actually when I was packing it just how much space is in here. So once my items arrive for the ultramarathon, I'm going to see how much I can squeeze in, because I might not actually need to buy a bigger one. Maybe this one will be fine, because yeah, it's got space for a bladder in the back as well, since I need to have a 2-litre water carrying capacity for the event. So yeah, I'm not just going to assume I need a bigger one anymore. I'm going to check this one out first, pack it as much as I can with all the stuff on the essential kit list, and if it works, great, and if it doesn't, we'll think about buying a bigger one. But it also occurred to me that I have a Salomon running belt, and it seems like that has quite a bit of capacity to it as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit me right now because it's not adjustable. So if I can get into that in the next 8 to 9 months, that could be a possibility as well, because running vests are expensive. So if I don't have to buy one, that would be great. So the reason for the long one today is I got to try and make up my 25 kilometers for the week. I did a 7-kilometer walk on Tuesday, and then I did a HIIT class on Thursday. So gotta try and hit my target. So far, since I set these weekly goals, I've hit each week's target, so I want to try and keep that up. So today is going to be a long one. The weather's looking pretty good. I'm not overly worried about rain, but unfortunately my rain stuff hasn't arrived yet, so instead I've packed an umbrella in my bag just in case, because I have watched a few hiking people on YouTube, and a bunch of them recommend actually just taking an umbrella with you. So I bought a small cheap one. It's not as light as I would like it to be, but fits in the bag fine. So I am prepared just in case. And I have a banana sandwich for food, which I'll probably eat at about the halfway mark. Ideally, find a nice place to sit with a view. So currently on the runs, walks that I've been on since moving to this area, this road, cycle path, has been the boundary of how far I've gone. So this area is usually where I'm in. This area down here is going to be new, and we're going to see how many kilometers we can rack up in there. Currently we're at 3.5, so still got quite a bit to go, but yeah, we're crossing the boundary. Just a made up boundary, but still boundary nonetheless. So I'm trying to walk today. In the back of my mind, I'm aiming for 6 kilometers an hour with a run walk, just to kind of test to see where I am at physically. But after the HIIT class, my legs are still feeling the lunges, and I'm already behind pace. So I'm not stressing about it though. It was just a random, not a random target, but a target that I had in mind, not a serious one at all. Because at the end of the day, I'm just testing and getting kilometers under my feet in preparation for the future. So I am quite happy with how things have been progressing the last couple of weeks. But my friend, so last week I did 20 kilometers, and then on Sunday last week my friend did a 27 kilometer hike. And when I saw that on the Garmin, I was like, that was some swear words. Don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that he's able to go out and do that sort of thing. And I was like, in one day, he wiped away my entire week's worth of walking to try and catch up to him. But good for him. Good for him. For the last kilometre, it's been off trail a bit. No gravel paths, we've been following these rocks. And it's actually, it felt lovely to jog across them. Like genuinely lovely. So we've reached the bottom of the area, the wooded area. So I guess I'll cut up and then start heading back. Worryingly, we're only at 5 kilometers, so might have to leave the area to get the 18 that I want. But 5 kilometers is taking 52 minutes, so I'm about 2 minutes off the pace that I was kind of aiming for. But I'm feeling okay, feeling my legs have loosened up now and feeling good. So I don't know if I'll be able to make up the time, but let's try and not lose anymore. So I am at the bottom, back on a gravel path. Not sure where that way goes, but the plan is to head that way and then cut back up into the forest again. So in about 4 kilometers, I'll stop and have my sandwich. We're at the halfway mark, pretty much bang on time, 9 kilometers, hour 30 minutes, but I am starting to feel pretty tired. So we'll try and get the next 9 in an hour and a half and hit the target that we set, but who knows. But right now, I'm going to enjoy my sandwich and then I'll get back to it after a couple of minutes. Sat down on the bench. Not the best of views, but not a bad view either. We do have the main road pretty close by, so it's a little noisy, but all in all, our worst place is to have lunch. Just got to 15 kilometers. I'm 4 minutes ahead. 4 minutes ahead on pace, so it's going pretty good, better than expected, but I am beat. These last 3 kilometers are going to be hard and they're pretty hilly, so I don't know how much jogging I can get in. But again, I'm pretty happy with how this week has been. I didn't get out as frequently as I would like, but I'm still hitting the targets that I've set. We'll see what happens next week. So I'll probably see you at 18 kilometers. That's it, that's 18. And it took 2 hours, 55 minutes, 21 seconds. So less than 3 hours, which was the target. But I think that's my limit right now. Body is exhausted. A couple of things that I've realised. I need to take more than a litre of water if I'm going to be out there for roughly 3 hours. I need more snack food and something salty, because at about 15, I think just after I recorded the 15-kilometer segment, I started cramping in the calves. So yeah, salt definitely required, I think. But as always, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, subscribe if you want to follow along. So tune in next week and I'll update you then.